Sometimes, when I make a great effort, I can remember her scent, the sweetness of her breath. Serena.
Okay, so welcome to Serena. I just turned it on, and this is what happened. This just came right on. So it's a free game, by the way. That's what drew me to it. But
Serena, why can't I see you more clearly? Why can't I even remember? This was taken on that crisp winter night at our mutual friend's hunting lodge. We came back indoors, laughing, giddy as teenagers.
okay.
It was truly like an enchanted time, like we were in a magic circle where no sorrow or pain could touch us. My love, we don't have a lot of photos of ourselves as a couple, so this one is quite important. The guy who snapped this,
How many
our
fucking
host
things is
that
there?
night, used an actual film camera. It was a different world back then. My love,
Okay, put it down. Yeah.
Serena enjoyed spice
Look at the
in
salt.
her life. I preferred it more bland. We were so different on some points.
You always put too much salt in, dear. Think about your pressure. Would you pass me the pepper? You know, you should use it too. It's good for the pressure.
Oh, she cares about this guy's pressure.
Always worried about my diet. I used to think she did it to annoy me, but now...
Can't move, no?
The furniture came with the cabin. Considering how off the beaten path this place is, that helped make up our mind.
So, can I not move? No? I don't think I can move.
How off
Okay,
the
so
beaten
pressing
path this
escape
place
just
is,
takes you right
that
out of
helped
the
make
game.
up our mind.
So, I guess you can't move. I guess you just have to click on everything. I don't know what this left and right hand shit means.
Sometimes she would brush her leg against mine under the table when we were eating.
Oh yeah?
A curious, sensual thrill.
Oh yeah, she was wanting to get jiggy with you in the cabin over there.
The table is worn but sturdy, just like our relationship was. Or is. I just don't know anymore.
Oh, she is alive then.
Her photo is right there. Maybe I could have another look. Just one more try. I know, it's pointless, but I need to do it.
Okay, here's a photo.
Serena?
Yeah, I've
This
seen
was
that.
taken on that crisp winter.
Yeah.
It was truly like an enchanted time.
Yeah.
My love, we don't have a lot of photos of the guy who snapped this. My love, we don't have a lot of photos
Okay,
of
put it
ourselves
down.
as a couple. So Serena enjoyed spice in our life. Our dining table, quite modest, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
True that.
I could tell plenty of stories about this table. To be honest, I'm surprised it's still in one piece.
Oh, you dirty bastard. Jesus. Oh, look, if you press right trigger, it goes like that. Right button, I mean, sorry. Huh.
The dining table was well worn even when we acquired the cabin. You could tell from its appearance that it had been the centerpiece of many happy occasions. And there were many more to come. Our dining table, quite modest, but... if it
So,
ain't broke,
how
don't
do I...
fix it.
Oh, here we go. What's this shit?
So much wisdom and happiness in this bookcase. My life would have been much poorer without all this. The smell of old books is intoxicating. What happens to wood pulp as it ages gives it that distinctive vanilla smell.
You know that's probably
I
killing you.
loved it when we took down one of my favorites and curled up on the bed to read together as the wind howled outside on cold winter nights.
Okay, that's nice to know, mister.
Most of the books are mine, but all of hers are still here too. A lot of rarities and special editions here.
Sell them on
I
eBay.
didn't lend out my Necronomicon, did I? No. Of course not.
What is that, the coup de grace?
Most of the books are mine, but all of hers are
Okay.
still here too.
How do I get out of this? Oh, here's more.
A lot of rarities. I didn't lend out my... Most of the books are a lot of rarities and special editions here. I didn't lend out my Necronomicon,
Okay.
did I?
It just
Most of the
says
books are mine.
same thing,
but
no matter
all of
which
hers
part
are
you
still
look
here
at.
too. Sharing meals with a good red wine was one of the great pleasures in our relationship, especially in the intimacy of this cabin. I could tell plenty of stories about this table.
Oh yeah,
To be
yeah,
honest,
I heard
I'm
about you
surprised
fucking on the
it's still-
table.
We had such a wonderful time dining in this cabin. Serena loved to experiment with her cooking. I should probably eat. Can't remember the last time I ate. Yet I don't feel hungry. I have more pressing things on my mind right now than culinary exploits.
So you just said you wanted to eat, and now you don't want to eat.
The stove looks like something from World War I.
I agree. Or what? Is that white stuff as a result of the getting jiggy on the table here?
Considering how basic and ancient the kitchen is, it's a wonder what we manage to do with it from time to time. Well, she mostly.
Shit.
Feeling peckish, dear?
Whoa.
The stove looks like something
Okay.
from World War I. So many afternoons spent in this armchair.
Come sit with me. I want to talk. And cuddle.
What did we talk about? Damn this fallible memory of mine. This one wobbles. I always meant to do something about that, but somehow never got around to it.
Yeah, why is it wobbling? I think I
This
know.
used to be her favorite spot. She used to sit here, put her legs on the table, lean back, and just give me one of her smiles. Those effervescent, incandescent smiles.
Mm-hmm. And then things got a bit dirty.
Once we dragged these chairs out to the lake and scrubbed off all the dust and grime of years. That was a long time ago. For all the charm of furniture like this, something about it reminds me of Ingmar Bergman. Sort of brooding. One of a matching pair, obviously. There was a piece of gum stuck to the underside of this chair back when we bought this place. We just left it there.
Okay, so it is a recent sort of thing. It's not like a... I was expecting it to be something from like decades ago, but it is a recent kind of thing. I mean, gum. That wasn't about years ago.
For all the charm, the most comfortable spot in the cabin, well, along with the bed, of course. I can imagine her cuddling up to me even now, putting her hand under my shirt. Of course, we made love here, too.
Oh, God.
There was no place in the cabin we didn't before things deteriorated. The most comfortable spot in the cabin, well, along with the bed, of course.
Can't even look at it. What is that ghost? This person. Okay. To the window.
This window never got much attention. Then again, the view isn't nearly as spectacular.
Yeah, you can't even see anything.
Priorities, right?
What the fuck?
I guess it's covered with grease and grime from cooking, mostly.
You filthy bastards.
There's probably nothing out there that I want to see, anyway. All the stuff I care about is inside. Well, except for Serena.
Where's she at? You murderer in the woods?
I can make out nothing through this window. There was a time, long ago, that all this disrepair felt oddly homey.
Homie?
All the windows are drafty, but like everything else, we just got used to it. We liked it, even. I can make out nothing through this window.
Can't look at it. I thought you could.
One of a matching pair, obviously.
Okay, just look. I can't look at that. Oh, can we go out?
No, I don't want to leave right now. There's still something for me in here.
Oh.
I better stay in case Serena comes back.
Oh, she is gone then. I thought she may be
There's
in the
always
cupboard.
a chance she might return.
I thought she may be in the cupboard.
There's nothing for me out there. This door has been creaking for years. One of the many things I promised I would fix.
Oh, is that why she fucking left you then?
I have this gut feeling that I shouldn't leave just yet. There's nothing for me out there.
Okay.
The dining table was well worn even when we acquired the cabin. You could tell from its appearance that it had been the centerpiece of many happy occasions. And there
Come.
were many more to come.
Come love with peace in your heart, said Niam of the ice blue eyes, Ride with me, shed your mortal guise. Here's our mount, a snow-white mare. Come, oisin, to my gardens fair. In the land of youth, ply your art. Ours shall be the cycle of days, our sun and sky and rainbow ways.
Come, love, with peace
fuck,
in
I
your
just read
heart,
it for no reason.
said Niamh of the ice blue eyes. Blue eyes. It's based on an Irish folktale. Warrior poet O'Sheen goes to Tirnanog, a Celtic otherworld known as the Land of Youth and Promise. Niamh is of the Fey folk, the fair ones, fairies.
Oh, he's a fairy, is he?
Weird mix of doggerel and artistry. The elemental imagery is evocative, but the language and structure are a bit quaint. Still, some lines jump out at you.
Not me.
My grandma introduced me
shit.
to these old legends when I was just a kid, in between stories of what she could still remember of her childhood in the old country. Weird mix of doggerel and art. I've always been drawn to things that are kind of both good and bad at the same time. Maybe because that's so like life.
There's a fucking clock in here somewhere. Look at all these cobwebs, ugh. I couldn't live in this. Oh yeah, let's open it.
Something draws me to this trunk. Is it the memories locked within? Or something else?
Yeah, Serena's in there.
We use this trunk to store trinkets and papers, but I can't help thinking there's something of importance inside.
Oh, here's a wild idea. How about opening it?
It's too painful. I want to, but not yet.
Okay, it's just clearly in there.
We found this trunk at a flea market. We used to love rummaging around those in our early years. Big enough for a lifetime of mementos. We hated guns, so we never had any, even out here. But this would have been a good place to keep one, since it can be locked. We found this trunk at a flea market. We used to love rummaging around those in our early years.
Does that take me to the door? Oh, no, it takes me here.
Our refuge from the world. A place of warmth and passion.
It's 3:30.
Sometimes we joked we needed to be so far out in the woods because that's how our sex life was. Far out.
Oh my god, he is a weirdo.
The furniture came with the cabin, but the bedclothes we brought with us. A place like this needs some luxury, but without her... There are no monsters under the bed. I guess they're all in my head.
Oh, he's a poet and he knows it.
I feel too restless to sleep right now. I don't sleep well without Serena next to me. Both a blessing and a curse, I suppose. There are no monsters under the bed. I guess they're all in my head. The clock is a trophy from our flea market adventures. Chalk this particular purchase up to, every cabin needs one. The ticking begins to feel homey after a while. The first night was a nightmare, though.
It's not 3:30, it's 6:15, I think. Looks like that's the short one. It's kind of hard to tell, actually.
Time never mattered much to us while we were hiding from the rest of the world here, as long as we were together and happy. The clock has always been rather autonomous. No matter how many times we've wound it up, it keeps going out of sync.
Huh.
Actually, I think it might have gone out of sync again. No trusting this clock. I wonder what time it is. As if it mattered.
Not got a phone or a watch, bro?
The clock has always been rather autonomous. It's a beautiful day, though there's an unnatural calm surrounding the area.
Oh.
I've always loved the hazy afternoon shades of this place. It's deep into summer, so there's a few hours left until it gets dark. The sunlight is so bright here. In other circumstances, this would have been the perfect afternoon for us. There's a crack in this window from a tantrum she threw some time ago.
Oh?
It wasn't the only thing she threw. Not exactly perfect soundproofing.
What is the crack? Just the middle? That's just the separate doors, no? Like the separate windows. I don't see a crack.
The sunlight can be confusing. oppressive, as if pregnant with some ill omen. Or is the stress finally catching up with me? The sunlight is so bright here. In other circumstances, this would have been the perfect afternoon for us. There's a strand of blonde hair in the comb.
Oh yeah.
Yes, blonde hair like sun rays. I'm remembering. What's wrong with my memory? Did I have a stroke? She also had a brush, but I can't see it anywhere. Nor some of her other personal items.
What, like a dilly?
It's just a regular comb bought from a supermarket, new enough to still have all its teeth. She also had a brush, hers. I used it too, when shaving. There's only an outhouse, and for some reason, whoever erected the rickety thing didn't think to include wall-to-wall mirrors, so this came in handy. Should I dust for fingerprints? I might if I were in a detective story. After all these years, it permanently smells of her and her perfume. The last thing I need now is to see myself in the mirror. I must look awful.
Or they just didn't know how to do that. The developers.
There's dust on this, too. It's everywhere. After all these years, it permanently smells of her and her perfume.
Okay, get out of here.
Comme une évidence, Serena's favorite perfume. I've always told Serena that she doesn't need to wear perfume. Her presence is magical enough already. It smells so elegant. There's violet leaf and silk tree blossom, I think. This perfume is perfect for Serena. Why didn't I ever notice?
Maybe because you murdered her.
We were happy for a long time, at least I think we were. But as time passed, we fought about every little thing, even this. I keep looking at her things, remembering all the good. And bad. Depends on how you look at it. Either a wonderful sensory stimulant and aphrodisiac, or a subtle weapon in the mating rituals of Homo sapiens. We were happy for a long time, at least I think we were. But as time passed, we fought about every little thing, even this. I keep looking at her things, remembering all the good. And bad.
Okay, you can't actually look at the mirror thing. Clock.
We used to keep a pitcher of water and a glass on this nightstand. But they're not here now.
The hell? Ah, Dreamcatcher, is it? No, I don't really want to be here. I haven't clicked on anything anyway, so that's nice.
There's a thick layer of dust and an almost invisible outline where we kept the water pitcher.
Where? Is that just right there?
It hasn't been long enough for so much dust to accumulate. Has it? For some reason, I always slept on the side of the bed closer to the window. Never asked myself why.
Look at all these holes in the fucking thing. Why would you want to sleep in here? Scary.
Unlike its sibling, this lamp would last for months. We weren't good at housekeeping, always focusing on other aspects of our life together. But the dust does stand out a lot more when Serena's suddenly not here.
So what, there's fucking electric in here?
I'll dust it off some other time. For some reason, I always slept on this. I feel too restless to sleep right now.
Right, in the cupboard. She's got to be in here.
For some reason, light bulbs wouldn't last long in this lamp. I never looked into it. She used to keep magazines, paperback novels, usual stuff on these nightstands when we were staying here. 2 days, 3 days tops, and bam, a brand new light bulb would burn out. Whenever her lamp didn't work, Serena would come by my side to read. A few moments later, she would lay her head down on my chest and fall asleep. The only reason this lampshade gathered less dust than the other one was that we had to keep putting new bulbs in this one. Because of a wiring problem or whatever, this one always starts smelling sharply of metal after being on for a while.
Metal?
Considering what a strong odor of metal this one gives off when in use, I guess we were lucky never to have an accident.
I think you need to get some respiratory masks. Fuck's sake.
The only reason this lampshade
Okay.
gathered less quite a large armoire for our admittedly Spartan needs. She uses most of it.
An armoire, eh?
We all have our skeletons in the closet, but not Serena. She was perfect. I'm not sure why, but I don't feel like opening it. The sole thought of it drains what little energy I have left in me. Maybe later. There's nothing of interest inside the closet anyway. I'm a casual dresser. No need to change clothes right now. Don't think Serena would approve of me making an even bigger mess of the clothes in here. Maybe later. There's nothing of interest. I'm a casual dresser. No need to change clothes right now.
Okay, clothes. PJs. Bottom one. I don't even know. Gay jumpers. Well... Oh yeah.
She adored all things of nature. I remember her long walks out in the woods. Curiously, we never brought many plants inside the cabin. We were surrounded by so many outside, I guess we were saturated by them. At least I was. Maybe I should have let her bring some plants inside. She liked them a lot. A plant is a plant. Beautiful to some, boring to others.
I'm the boring part.
They say these things are alive. If they are, it must be a horrible existence, confined in their own silent, dark world.
True.
We have much more interesting things than this plant inside the cabin. Like my books.
What, the Bible?
A plant is a plant. She is fairly religious. Not me. I'm the cold and cynical bastard.
Ooh.
But I don't remember that ever being an issue between us. She always thought our relationship was a blessing. God, how I miss her. No longer the cynical asshole, I guess.
Okay, now all the swear words is coming out.
Her faith came as a surprise to me. She was never prudish about sex, so I just didn't expect it. I guess people simply aren't that predictable. No, I don't want to read right now. Especially not a Bible. I have no need for the words in there. I don't feel like being admonished by a deity right now. No, I don't want to read right now.
Okay.
Especially not a Bible.
So... Let's me like searched everything. To the door maybe? Something I'm missing maybe? Stand by each other through any adversity.
This door has been creaking. I have this gut feel there's nothing for me. This door has been... I have this gut feeling that I shouldn't leave just yet.
What have I missed then? Did that. Clicked on all the chairs and shit. Window. No. Did that. Let's click on this again. It makes you think that you would go outside now once you've checked everything.
There was a time. All the windows are... I can make out... They're all... I can make out nothing through this window.
I don't know. Something on the floor? No?
She made this with her own hands. She was really good.
Look what I made, hun, in case we ever need to sweep something under the carpet.
Huh?
See the pattern of yellow squares? It's from this rug I remembered from my nursery. I must have been like 3 or 4, but it always stuck with me.
And no trap door under there. Just more creaky floor.
You sure about that? I think she's under there.
I always resisted the temptation to sweep things under there when it was my turn to tidy up.
The rug's all crooked again. Can you help me straighten it out?
And no trap door under there. I always resisted the temptation to There's nothing for me out there. This door has been creaking for years. One of the many things I promised I would fix.
What do I do now then? There's no way that's it. I know it's a free game, but... taking a piss. Saying do the dream catcher. No.
There's a crack in this window from a tantrum she threw some time ago. It wasn't the only thing she threw.
Oh, what's this? I
Not
didn't see
exactly
this.
perfect
Dearest,
soundproofing.
how do I say any of this? I like your way with words, but if I don't write this, I don't know what I'll do. My life feels so unreal now, dreamlike, but wonderfully so. Let me try, even if clumsily. The hours I spent with you when we last met are precious to me. I was so lost such a short time ago. Everything seemed drained of color and feeling. I think we were meant to find each other, to bring meaning to our lives again, make sense of the confusion shrouding both of us. When we stepped into the crystal silence of the snowy woods, away from the chatter of the guests, all nature seemed expectant, as if holding its breath, witnessing a rare moment of something infinitely better than what life in the ordinary run of things has to offer. Do you remember how the light crust of the snow glittered in the reflected light of the country house? How the copse of trees in which we walked was haloed with a magical aura? I felt the chill of the night air, and you opened your coat and enfolded me in your arms, and we hugged tight, sharing the warmth, sharing the only thing any of us have to share on this earth.